Tinubu will win the 2027 elections. Tinubu is not Jonathan, in the sense that Jonathan did some three things which I don't think there's any president who will do.
You're talking about a government and a political party that you helped to bring into power.
Yes. Once I was blind, now I can see.
I look at that coalition and I say to myself, let's be honest with ourselves. There are only two real candidates in that group.
The court held, affirmatively that the tenure has not come to an end.
As you would have heard, quoting His Excellency Peter Obi, first of all, as you would have heard him say on various fora, he is not running for power.
Dear ADC family and friends, today, a federal high court in Maitama, Abuja, nullified the kangaroo congresses and convention conducted by the Mark-led group.
To be clear, I don't have any factual basis to conclude that the ADC was formed primarily for Atiku.
All right.
I just refuse to go, and I will campaign for my second term. I will work.
I have worked with His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi in Onitsha.
ADC.
Arise and shine, Nigeria.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Open TV News Gist and Blog. As it is now, Peter Obi and Kwankwaso, probably Atiku, will not contest for 2027 presidential election. All thanks to APC, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the corrupt judges. What happened? How it happened? The way they manipulated everything on a deadline to ensure that these three people will not campaign, they will not contest, they will not even put their name in that ballot to say they want to contest in 2027 presidential election. Now, the ADC have their convention. All of you know the fractions, the basketballs they have been having inside the ADC simply because David Mark wants to become the chairman. The chairman agreed. Later on, after the APC people paid him, and he said, no, I did not agree anymore. I want to be the chairman and all of that. What happened in Labour is happening again in ADC. I want you guys to watch the national chairman, what he said regarding to the whole case and the court hearing that favored him against Peter Obi and Kwankwaso. I want you guys to watch. We'll be right back.
The chairman of the chairmen of ADC, African Democratic Congress.
For the state chairman or which one now?
For the state chairman.
Okay, you are representing which zone?
I'm representing of all the chairmen of ADC, both in Nigeria and diaspora. Okay. The case came just because we told them that the way they instituted the case is not, the way they instituted the Congress is not in order. There is a constitution of ADC, and that constitution, they did not follow the constitution before they start the Congress. And we had tried to advise them to stop it. Personally, I went to David Mark, talked to him, I talked to the other leaders. This is not how we're supposed to do it. But they continue, they go ahead. Even in their kangaroo, according to the way court pronounce it, of their confession, have been null and void. So I told them that now they ask us to go back. We, chairmen, we are the one that have right to do Congress. The Congresses from the state is duty of chairmen. So after that chairman, then we are the one now to do it now, according to the court pronouncement this morning.
So you mean what David Mark and Bala are fighting is baseless?
It's baseless. Two of them are not, they are illegal. Two of them are illegal. Because David Mark was an acting chairman. He have not been a substantial chairman. They have not confirmed him. No convention have yet confirmed him. Also, Bala also himself have resigned from this political party. I don't know why he's coming back again, because he sees the trend of things. We, the chairman, are the substances considered of the ADC now, according to the pronouncements of the court this very morning.
But you are aware of the Supreme Court judgment that is pending and probably will be read anytime.
That one is, they are arguing between themselves.
Now you heard what he said. I also want you guys to listen to the legal team of the ADC, what they are saying against Peter Obi Kwankwaso on how the court have ruled in their favor, and I want you guys to watch.
Well, today the matter between some state executive of ADC against the interim caretaker committee of ADC came up this morning for judgment. Indeed, judgment was given in favor of the state executives of ADC, preserving their tenure. The court held, affirmatively that their tenure has not come to an end, and their tenure will continue in line with the constitution of the party and also the mediation report, final mediation report of the parties, ADR. So as it stands, all the state chairman, all the state executive, both the state working committee and state executive committee of ADC, their tenure is intact, and it will expire when a valid national convention of the party has been conducted. Thank you. That is what went on today in court.
Okay, so we would like you to clarify. Are you for the Nafi Bala or
the this judgment, what it actually did was that the so-called Congress they conducted last month, has been nullified, and the convention has been nullified by the court because they did it in violation of the constitution of the party, and that's why the court said that convention cannot hold. So what it means is that the tenure of the state executive committee, the tenure of the state working committee of the party is still intact. So whatever they did, the charade they did last month, court just described it as kangaroo, So it's an effort in futility, and so they are not for Bala and they are not for David Mark. They are for the interest of the party, which the court has just upheld today. My name is IG.
Now I also want you guys to watch a different video because these people are celebrating right now. What the ADC committee are saying, they are calling the Peter Obi Kwankwaso conventions and whatever they have been doing a kangaroo convention that the court have ruled in their favor. Now they can no longer contest and everything. I want you guys to listen.
Dear ADC family and friends, today, a federal high court in Maitama, Abuja, nullified the kangaroo congresses and convention conducted by the Mark-led group. In her judgment, which could be classified as a stinging rebuke, Justice Joyce Abdul Malik held that even though this group didn't have any locus, they proceeded to conduct, in her own words, kangaroo congresses and convention, which she proceeded to nullify. She also held that with the lacuna within the leadership of the ADC, the state chairmen of the party who make up the neck of the party are the rightful body to conduct a national convention and congresses at the different levels, and that INEC should recognize them as such. I had long warned that the African Democratic Congress is not for sale, and that these political buccaneers will be shown the way out through the same back door they came in from. With this judgment, it has become clear that these desperados who attempted to hijack our party have failed woefully. We are aware that they are shopping for other parties to destroy, and wish them bon voyage. To our party faithful, I urge you to remain vigilant. The battle is not over till it's over. The ADC will be next year's ballot, and any Nigerian who genuinely desires to salvage Nigeria should see the ADC as a ready home. We shall overcome. Thank you, and God bless.
ADC, arise. ADC, arise. ADC,
arise and shine, Nigeria.
Now, in all of this, your president Bola Ahmed Tinubu is rejoicing. He said that they thought they can campaign against him with insecurity. But he's a very strong man, that nobody can defeat him. that he will campaign for 2027 and he will win. And I want you guys to listen to what your president is saying after he scattered the ADC.
You are playing to the hand of agents, including my own enemies, who want to use insecurity to get rid of me. I'm a very stubborn politician. I just refuse to go. And I will campaign for my second term. I will work.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said he's very stubborn, of which everybody knows is stubborn. In a different video, a lot of you watch it when he said it is finished. Like nothing. He not do what he want to do. Nothing will stop him to win this 2027 election because he don't put one or two things in order. But I want you guys to watch this particular video of Idris when they interview him, what he said about this ADC, Peter Obi and everything. I want you guys to watch.
To be clear, I don't have any factual basis to conclude that the ADC was formed primarily for Atiku.
All right.
If they look, let's just go back a little bit to the PDP era. Nyesom Wike funded and took care of the PDP after 2019 presidential election.
Yeah.
Took care of the PDP with the hope that he would get the ticket of the party. Did Nyesom Wike get the ticket? No, Atiku got it. So that I'm agreeing without conceding that Atiku built the ADC. Let's assume it does. You don't always benefit from what you built. Tinubu built APC and put Buhari forward. He set up the coalition because Buhari as a then could get the vote. Buhari was the most popular politician in Nigeria in 2015. And he did get the vote. As we speak today, the most popular politician in Nigeria, by a long stretch, is Peter Gregory Obi. Even, and there's, look, you have to admire the Obi man. The man somehow has managed to extend his handshake to the north and has managed to secure the support of the most important northern politician as we speak of his generation, Rabi Musa Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso has been winning Kano for the longest. The man has fought against governors and president and governors and senators. He wins everything. So if we have that set, and then you have the ideological first son of Buhari, El Rufai, and then you have a Tambuwal, and then you have Malemi. Yes, these people have their characters and they have a lot to say about their character. But in politics, it's not a congregation of saints. Politics is a congregation of interest.
Of a basic truth, Peter Obi is stranded right now. Peter Obi is stranded simply because Bola Ahmed Tinubu is very smart and he knows what to do. It's not because he's smart as an intelligent person. He do everything by force, by breaking the law, do everything He don't care about what the judicial will say because he owns the judicial, he controls the armed forces, he controls everything, not because the law or the law permits him, but because he permits the law, he rewrites the law, he converts the law in his favor. Now, I want you guys to listen to this particular man, what he said in Honest Bunch about this Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that nobody can defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu simply because Bola Ahmed Tinubu have put things in order to ensure that he win this election, not because it's going to be free fair, simply because he have appointed key people that he knows they are loyal to him to win this election. I want you guys to watch.
Tinubu will win the 2027 elections. Tinubu is not Jonathan in the sense that Jonathan did some three things which I don't think there's any president who will do. When he was constituting INEC, he called Buhari to submit nomination, who is his opponent, and Buhari did that. And when he was also contesting election, they brought him a machine, data that capturing whatever it is. He accepted it and ended up capturing him. And Jonathan appointed an INEC chairman who he have never known, he has never met him, and he has never had anything with him in the person of Jega. And this is what became of him. So I don't think what Jonathan did, Tinubu will do it, Atiku will do it, Obi will do it, or any other person will do that. I don't think anybody will ever do such kind of things. So you can see from both sides. From the side of opposition, there is no coherent, congent, strong, virile, and potent opposition, as we had in 2014 as of now. And there is also not that Jonathan that is in power today. So I do not think that this opposition is strong and viable enough to be able to eject, or...
Why do you think Bola Ahmed Tinubu is so afraid of Peter Obi? Simply because Peter Obi won 2023 presidential election. He knows that Peter Obi, in any political party he belongs to, he will win. Now, I want you guys to listen to this particular video from Arise TV News on how this man speak highly of Peter Obi and the reason he thought APC is afraid of Peter Obi. And I want you guys to watch. We'll be right back.
As you would have heard, quoting His Excellency Peter Obi, first of all, as you would have heard him say on various fora, he is not running for power for the sake of power itself. It's a means to an end. And what is that end? And this is where the fusion of ideologies between both men come in, and which is what we stand for. We want a Nigeria that works for everybody and not for some people. We want a Nigeria that respects the dignity of the Nigerian person. We want a Nigeria that institutions are allowed to perform their roles without political interference, where we can draw a very distinct line between politics, politicking, and governance. That is not the country we have today. Nobody knows where the line between politicking ends and where governance begins. So it's one long continuum of politics. We reject that. We reject violent elections. We reject violence in the political process. We believe that people can disagree and not be disagreeable. We believe in a Nigeria where safety and security of all citizens is guaranteed and seen to be worked for by the government. We want a Nigeria where the voices of the people who are being led are actually taken into account in the formulation of government policies. We want economic policies that are people first and people friendly, not profit oriented, not based on extraction, right? These are the things. We have healthcare policies in the country are not serving the people. These are the things that bring these two gentlemen together. These are the things that we believe in. When we say that a new Nigeria is possible, when we say that Nigeria will be okay, this is what we mean. If we put the right people in the right places, if we stop the typical horse trading and politics for personal benefit, there is simply no other way that this country moves forward if we do not do that. Those are the things, those are the threads that bring the OBI and the Kwankwaso alliance together. And those are the ideals that we stand for.
Even General John also speak highly of Peter Obi on how he worked with Peter Obi, that he knows that if Peter Obi becomes the president of Nigeria, definitely he will do a lot to reform this country. And I want you guys to watch.
I have worked with His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi in Onitsha about 17 years ago as a commanding officer. Before he came to Onitsha to take over from Dr. Chris Ngige, during the time of Chris Ngige, there was no Operation Mesa in the whole of Anambra State, for reasons best known to them then. But when he came, he took over. He drove straight to the barrack and asked. And when we briefed him, he now went back and Operation Mesa was restored a week later or thereabout. As at that time, it was like a no man's land in Onitsha. 3-3 you cannot go. Ogbaru you cannot go. Then talk less of the other areas. When it was restored, I was the officer in charge of the internal security operations. I was collocated with artillery regiment, but as a commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel, I was in charge of the operations. Believe me, within 2 weeks or thereabout, everything was tackled. Onitsha became free. You couldn't go out. The police was sacked. And that was why I believe that after about 6 months to 1 year, the police actually acknowledged that Anambra was a peaceful, most peaceful state in the country as at that time. So that was where I knew him. And I saw the character of integrity. In short, for me, I was calling him Commissioner of Defense because he was in command and in control. He had the interest. And I said, this man, he does not allow the resources that comes to the military or whatever to pass through anybody straight. Our challenge was patrol vehicles, no mobility. In a sweep, when he said, what is the problem? He provided it immediately. Following his record from research, never convicted of corruption, of stealing, integrity. Is it reaching to people? Is it international relations and all whatever, economic knowledge and all that? Competence, capability, and before long I saw him trotting almost all over the whole. You will see him short at a point. I say, is this man a spirit? Somebody asked me, say, is this man a spirit? You will see he's in Port Harcourt today. Before you know, they say he's somewhere. I'm all that. And I prayed and I made up my mind. This is somebody that we need at this time.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu play rascality political lifestyle. He don't care about the protocols, he don't care about the law. Now, watch this particular video, what Dino Melaye said about your president, on how President Bola Ahmed Tinubu carried the national honor, put it in briefcase, and take it to Paris to honor a Lebanese friends. And I want you guys to watch it.
This is the first time, Shehu, that the president will take our second highest national honors, exclusively reserved only for the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the GCON, put it in a briefcase, and then fly it to Paris to decorate his Lebanese friend. This is the first time it's happening, Shehu. This is the first time that since Tafawa Balewa, since Aguiyi Ironsi, since Azikiwe, down the line to Muhammadu Buhari, all our presidents, head of states, use Mercedes-Benz S-Class as their official car. This is the first time a president is coming and is using a beast, the same type being used by the American president, costing over 8-9 times what the S-Class should have. This is the first time it's happening, Shehu.
I mean, you're talking about...
this is the first time.
You're talking about a government and a political party that you helped to bring into power.
Yes. Once I was blind, now I can see.
You are talking about one person that you used to be you were very close to Asiwaju Bola Tinubu.
My brother, husband and wife get married, celebrate a funfair marriage, well attended, spend millions on wedding day. And shortly after, one of them will discover that I married the wrong person. And what will he or she do is to walk out of that relationship. I was operating in a satanic milieu. I was operating in a dangerous environment. And I had to leave. I had to change. Just like Saul on his way to Damascus became Paul. I was Saul, Shehu. And I saw the light.
When you were in APC?
Yes.
I just want to troop in one or two because I don't know what to say regarding to all of this. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I don't really know why he's so afraid. When Peter Obi were in Labour, he ensured that he destroyed that Labour to zero. The Labour Party that he finally destroyed or that allowed him to destroy it, nobody's talking about the Labour Party anymore. It's as if the Labour Party is not in existence anymore. Now they allow him. They thought, oh, what Bola Ahmed Tinubu were doing is in their favor because he have given some national chairman money to ensure that Peter Obi don't get that ticket. They destroy, they chase Peter Obi, they make that Labour Party unbearable for him. Again, Peter Obi went from Labour to ADC. ADC have been on their own. They allow David Mark and Atiku to be doing their thing. The national chairman stepped down for David Mark voluntarily and said, okay, do your thing. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu were not afraid. Immediately, Peter Obi decamped from that Labour to ADC becomes a problem. He ensured that the national chairman now said, oh, I agree before, I don't agree again. You know, that's the problem now. When Atiku were there, it was not a problem. Immediately, Peter Obi stepped foot in that ADC and everybody attention, the obedient attention, and he now took Kwankwaso as a vice. That shut down everything. It becomes a very massive problem right now. Now, what are we going to do? What are the things we are going to do? Is there a way out for Peter Obi? Me, I don't know. But I want you guys to watch this particular video from VOP on how this man said that the three major candidates from that ADC is Peter Obi, Kwankwaso, and Atiku. We'll be right back.
I look at that coalition and I say to myself, let's be honest with ourselves. There are only two real candidates in that group. There are only two real potential presidential candidates. Every other one is just a pretender. Yes, it's Atiku and Peter Obi. We all know it, right? Every other person, whether you talk of Amechi, you talk of who else has been talking themselves up, they're just joking. They're just positioning themselves, you know, to get the bigger share of whatever pie might be baked at the end of this process. But they know themselves that they don't have a base. Peter Obi or Atiku. If ADC gets it right, you know, and I will make no, you know, I'm not shy of speaking my truth, you know, to the public. Not because I support one person, but because I think that Nigeria can only stand to gain if we have robust contest. And the only thing that will give us a robust contest today, in my opinion, I could be wrong, is a Peter Obi ticket backed by somebody from the north.
So Peter Obi as who's going to be the front line? Who's going to be the presidential?
I would say Peter Obi with a Kwankwaso.
Okay. No, but you just said Atiku, Peter Obi.
No, I'm saying that those are the two credible presidential tickets.
Okay.
So if the ADC, for example, decides that Atiku has won their primaries, and Peter Obi for some reason accepts to serve as a vice on that ticket, I think they will fail.
Of a truth, the two major candidates that he mentioned is Peter Obi and Atiku. But Atiku, on the other hand, have his own fans. But right now, as we speak, Peter Obi and Kwankwaso is moving the crowd. They are massively moving the crowd. But now that they are stranded, the question I'm going to be asking you guys, where do you think these guys will go next? Is it like they are going to be idle or they can contest? Showore, on the other hand, want to become president. He will not give them the platform under AAC. They cannot go back to NNPP. Neither will they go to Labour or PDP. Where are they going to contest? It's going to be a very drastic problem for these people right now. What are the next moves? What are the things they are going to do? I don't think Bola Ahmed Tinubu will have a strong opposition this time around because Peter Obi is not going to contest. If he's going to contest, let's just wait. Maybe hard fast. But for the now, he has no political party. He's stranded with Atiku and the rest of them. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section. We love you. God love you more. Peace out.